Hello. This is David from Cats and Icon. This is podcast number 5, where I talk about fake reviews on Google Review and Tripadvisor. So, this is just my experience that I've experienced recently. So, story goes a bit like this. So, I went to the Midlands, went to Coventry to go visit my friend. So we went to go look for a dessert place, and I was like, okay, let's look at this dessert place. We looked online that it said 4.8 on Google Review, and was like, okay, cool. Let's go give this place a try because there's no way it could be bad if it got 4.8. Because here at Cats and Daikon, we've been maintaining 4.7, and it's been so hard maintaining that. And to get over like 100 reviews is already quite hard. So for them to have 4.8 and have like over 400 reviews, I was like, okay, cool. Expectations are high. I'm expecting amazing food, amazing service, and everything should be great. Yeah, so we went to this place. Menu looks good. They do waffles, crepes, cookie dough, sort of cake thing, sundaes, and yeah, they make their own gelato. So everything looks good on the menu. Decor looks great. Just everything looks really modern, and already quite impressed. Sat down, we placed our orders in. They sort of came at different times. So after we placed an order, it was like 5 minutes. My friend Sunday came, another 10, 15 minutes. My friend's mom's crepe came, and then 10 minutes have gone by. I had to ask again for my cookie dough with melted chocolate and ice cream to see if it's coming, and that took another 10 minutes. So overall, for everything else to come out, it was about 35 minutes to 40 minutes, which I'll give it the benefit of the doubt because it was quite busy, but I expected it to be, I guess, shorter in between and not so far away, like in terms of time, because then you're more or less spending an hour there, which we didn't expect to be spending an hour there. So the food came. The food was okay. It was like standard food, standard dessert stuff as well. So if you picture this place as almost like if you've ever been to Highland Eyes Eatin', it's like an upper scale dessert place with all the frills and stuff like that. So when the food came for here, it was like a 4 out of 10. Like I wouldn't give it anything more than that. It was a bit too sweet for myself, but I appreciate the effort and stuff like that, especially for all the places. So sat down, enjoyed it. Went to just have a look at the reviews, what people have actually said, because 4.8, that's very impressive. You have to say over 400 reviews. That's so difficult to maintain. So I looked at it, and it was a bit fishy, to say the least. So the majority of the the majority of the reviews were actually by reviewees that have only given one review, and it was for this place, and they were all 5 stars, all 5 stars, and all positive reviews. But it happened in like in a row, so you have like 6 in a row, and then you have like some maybe genuine ones, and then you have another 6 or 7 that have like the same sort of pattern as well. And it still starts to become a bit unbelievable because you scroll down to these 400 reviews, and you could see like 80% of them were actually one reviewee putting down one review, and they were all 5 stars, and like all comments about, oh, amazing customer service, amazing food, even naming people like the waitresses and stuff like that. And yeah, like I understand people do name people, and they do highly praise a place if they really like it and they went out their way to write a review. But if you have one review, it starts, yeah, like it starts to become unbelievable. You think that it's kind of fake, and I do genuinely think that it probably is fake. And when I was speaking to my friend who actually works in marketing, he's actually known some marketing agencies that are hired to bump up these scores by maybe creating fake reviewers and just like creating multiple accounts and just like doing that. And it's like when I heard that, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's so unfair and so unbelievable, because many of independent like retailers or like cafes, restaurants, we work so hard to make sure our food is great, our customer service is great, we're doing everything we possibly can in order to get good reviews by customers. And there's this place maybe that are paying other people to actually bump up their scores and creating a fabricated sort of rating, whilst everyone else is working really hard for theirs. So I thought it was really far-fetched, and I could slowly see that it probably is in this case that they've actually found a way of upping their scores, because if you, there's no credibility to these one reviewers that actually just put in one reviews. Shows the imbalance as well. So if you see about 80% of those, and then you see about 10% or 20% that is between 1 to 3 votes, that becomes a bit more real. It's so unreal to have a place that is 4.8 overall, because it's just so hard to maintain. And then when I looked at the TripAdvisor, which I do use quite a lot during holidays, because that's where I feel like I get to eat the best foods as well when people actually review it. It actually said 5 out of 5 stars, and that's 100%, and that's over like 200 reviews, and I cannot believe. That I 100% cannot believe, because there's no way that a place can have 5-star reviews with like over like 200 without having some negatives to it, because at the end of the day, it's so hard to do. But then it's the same pattern as well. So you see one reviewee giving 1 reviews, and they were all 5 stars. So you see the TripAdvisor reviews, you see the Google reviews, they're all way above 4.8, and it's like my experience overall was like 4 out of 5, and obviously other people's will be different, and whether they like it or not, they'll put a review down. But it just starts to become a bit unbelievable, and I don't believe it. And if these people are actually using agencies, it's so unfair. And a word of caution for those who do actually use or like believe or like trust on reviews, that you look at the reviews a bit closer, just to see if the reviewers are credible, so that they've done multiple reviews, they've given comments that are like actually bit more real than just high praise service, high praise food, best amazing food, amazing this and this and this. It's like, yes, it can be true, but if you have it in a row and it just starts to become unbelievable, and then when you look at the timeline when they opened about 2 years ago prior, it's like, unless they've aggressively told these people to individuals to review, then it's like, okay, that's slightly more believable. But at this moment in time, it's so unbelievable. Like, it sort of, if I knew that it was a bit lower, like I would still give it a try, but it just seems so fake that I would not give it a try. If I actually looked at it a bit closer, I'd be just so cautious. So yeah, so that was my experience of that. I didn't know that you probably get people to actually fake reviews on these places, and I've actually heard and read online that some people actually tell TripAdvisor or maybe Google Review to actually remove some negative reviews, because obviously that's going to be bad for business. But then it's like, that is someone's genuine review of the place and maybe not fake. So if it's all up for debate, really, and I would like to believe the majority of the TripAdvisor reviews, Google reviews are made by genuine people. But then if you look at the individual places a bit closer, then you'll be able to make your own judgment whether you want to go there or not. If I read into these reviews a bit closer, I probably wouldn't have gone there, but I should have just did a bit more research and just sort of questioned 4.8 instead of just believing it. But overall, I just thought I'd like to share this story and just let you guys know to not believe every review out there, and do give reviews out to places that you do like, because these reviews are helpful to small business owners, restaurants, cafes, because it makes more people aware of them, and it just increases every time there's a good review, I feel so happy. I tell the team, everyone's all pumped up, and it just shows that we're doing something right. So don't let it deter you from making reviews, and I actively encourage people to do it. Just for you to look at the reviews for other places, just be a bit more cautious. Cool. Thanks for listening to this podcast. This is number 5, fake reviews on Google and TripAdvisor, and I'll see you for another podcast soon. See you later. Bye.